Uh, Here we are. Back into the action. Oh, let's do this. Alright. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to today's stream. Gonna continue on with Endwalker. I don't know why I got lost on the name there. Alright. So I haven't been doing this at all. I've been playing other games. Cassette beasts, mainly. And a bit of Destiny too. I also did play some Stardew Valley offline. Off stream, I mean. So there's that. But since I did that off stream, there have been a few things that you guys will miss out on. Like maybe like 2 or 3 like little cutscenes. I don't think it's that big of a deal, in my opinion. Okay. So... Oh, wrong button. Oh, wrong button. Ah, there we go. All of these side quests. I can just do that when I'm fully done with Endwalker. Okay. Oh, wait. Actually, there is one thing I did forget to do last time. Gotta get the jackpot. Let's see if I can roll for jackpot here. Good old saucer. Alright. Yes. Let's see if we can get some a jackpot here. This one. Damn. Pretty close. Again. Damn. Jackpot this time? Yes? No! Wow, really? Well. Alright, enough of that. Oh no, not Charlian. We're not going to Charlian. We're going to, There we go. Great work. Righty-o. Got a second here. Okay. Man, that's far. Oh boy. Okay, let's go. Whew. I hope your weekend has been pretty good. Mine, as always, not super eventful. Stayed home, chilled for a bit, chilled, and played some games. Like I said, I've been playing Cassette Beasts, Destiny 2, and I did play Stardew Valley yesterday, just to get some farming done, get my gold, get my income up on the game. Oh! How lucky of me to run into this. Nice. Okay, let's go straight for this quest here. So for Stardew Valley, I did stop right before the flower festival thing. Because I feel because that shouldn't be something you guys miss out on. I get to pick a partner and dance with them. Of course, you know who I'm gonna pick. Abigail. Okay. Here we are. And almost looks. Should I just get that done? I might as well, right? It's right here. Here you go. Coding agent. Okay. Sir. Who are you then? Don't be rude. Ungrateful. So ungrateful. Alchemy oil. Alright, where's the last one? I bet you it's that person over there. Oh, never mind. Sunny stone cut. Here you go. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Da-da-da-dum, da-dum. Alright. Let's get straight into it. Zenuha. Here you are, a sack of the purest that giant's gall. We always set some aside for our alchemist friends. Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate it. When you deliver it, let the good folk of the great work know that we're grateful for their efforts. If they need more, they need but ask. Doom, doom, doom. Whoosh. Alright. Rose here is hard at work. Saving the world and all that. I'll hand out it another time. Might as well get this dialogue over done with. Great. Oh, my apologies. I was miles away. Is there anything? We can skip the dialogue for these. These are side quests, so they're not like super important. This, on the other hand. Welcome back, Rose. Dare I hope you have the giant's gone? Here we are. Itana. Oh my, such fine specimens. Thank you so much for bringing these. We now have everything we need to make our next prototype, one that should be capable of passing our most rigorous tests. When it is ready, it will be time for the true test, so please take your ease while you can. Say less. Oh? Interesting.
I see our taskmasters have allowed you a moment's respite as well. You have to hand it to these alchemists. They are determined to see this endeavor of theirs succeed. I've never been one for blind optimism, but I sincerely get the sense they're close to a breakthrough.
They had better be, or all this effort was for naught.
The peoples of Eorzea, of the Far East, of Thavnair, children of this star united in common cause against a dire threat. Yet ere they succumbed to suicidal madness, were not the Telophoroi born of her body as were we?
Falafel.
They who cling to life and the promise of the morrow's dawn, against they who desire death and an ending of their own orchestration.
So that's how you pronounce it.
The
Telophoroi.
victors of this war alone will hold the right to answer the question of existence, of its meaning, and its worth.
Poetic and ominous to a fault. That said, if it's an existential debate in nature, then our arguments might not be as persuasive as you'd think. Fandaniel wants to die and take everyone with him in an orgy of pain and suffering. An utterly vile and unforgivable idea.
I mean, it's as simple as villain implies it can get. He just wants to see the world burn.
And yet, when spat upon by fate and wailing in the deepest pit of despair, who among us can say they have not entertained similar thoughts? There are nights black as pitch, bereft of hope, and no words of comfort can reach you. And it's all you can do to grit your teeth and choke back the bile.
The more you see and suffer life's injustices, the more difficult they become to bear. Vengeance is nurtured in similar soil. Though your anger has a broader focus, the sentiment is much the same. A fervent desire to destroy others, to see them drown in torment, as you have.
That about sums it up. The will to endure is not always as strong as the urge to burn it all down and salt the earth. Survival be damned. It's a struggle, often close and brutal.
Indeed. Well, I, for one, shall pray survival proveth more appealing in the end.
As will I. Besides, our chances are much improved when we've the company of others committed to the cause of life. Our vengeful dragoon here is proof of that.
Oh. No shit.
What is it? What did you see?
It's Fandaniel.
Fandaniel? Are you sure? If he knows we've been working on a countermeasure.
It holds. The vessel holds. This is the one.
At long last!
Oh. What was this commotion all about?
Look! We have finally created a talisman strong enough to withstand our experiments! We've named it a warding scale for the time being. With this in your possession, your soul should be completely shielded from corruptive ether.
Nice.
Afforded such protection, any one of us may approach the towers without fear. Thou hast mine admiration. 'Tis an invention of historical significance.
I thank you for your kind words. But I would prefer you keep them unsaid until we test the talisman's efficacy in the field. It is for the next stage of our plan that we summoned you in the first place, to accompany me to the Tower of Zot.
Oh no.
Should the scale prove effective, as I very much hope it will, then you'll have little to do. But should the effect be weaker than anticipated, I must ask that you restrain me, or knock me senseless.
Oh, I hope it goes well then. Yeah. Yeah, let's hope.
Either way, we are fortunate to have you with us.
Nidana, are you certain you wish to do this?
If others are to trust our creations, then we must have faith in them first. And as the senior researcher, it falls to me to lead by example. But should I fail to return, then learn what you can from this attempt and apply it to the next. Our work must continue. Is that clear?
Brave. Such bravery.
We'll keep an eye on the place while you're away. Assuming Fandaniel is lurking about, there's no telling what mischief he has in mind for us, or you. Be on your guard.
She's got this.
Shall we be on our way? I'll have one of the soldiers at the hatchery prepare us a boat, and we can set out from the northern shore. I'll see you there.
Well, let's hope it goes well then. Okay, speak with Nitana. Boys, fodder. Can I? Okay. I really wish I could fly. Someone's got a motorcycle. How many currents am I at? That's actually not that bad. I'm about halfway. Ah, please. Here, have a snowflake. What is happening over here? It's in the way! No, I must not. I mustn't. I'm sorry, buddy. You're on your own. What is this? Hamset tracks? What's with this? Oh, must be a side quest thing. Yeah, we'll just get that done. I'll just do that when I finish Endwalker. It's the same. I did the same with Shadowbringers, so. Ugh. Boom 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 boom. Beep 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 beep. Beep 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 beep. The perfumed arise. All right. This is where the real action will start. This is a rather finer boat than I had expected, but I won't complain. All that remains is to board and be on our way. Oh, and if I should become corrupted, do not stay your hand. Of course, I pray it does not come to that, but you must protect yourself. Other alchemists can fulfill my role. Bonjour. Hey, Black Imagination, what's up? But you and your blessing are one of a kind, and perhaps our only hope for toppling this tower. For all their sakes, do not hesitate to do what must be done, whatever that may be. Well, the longer I draw this out, the more nervous I become. Let's be off. To the Tower of Zolt. Oh yeah, by the way, I got just enough for a 10 pull on the Yato banner in Arknights.
The threshold of the tower's influence.
And I managed to get her. Lucky me.
Any moment now.
But it's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a long time away until I actually start like doing anything with her.
And you are still yourself? Then I'd like to see how it fares closer to the tower if we could.
After all, I'm more focused on just leveling up and ranking up the lower rarities. I worked my way up. But I got her. That's all that matters.
So far, so good. The scale's protection appears to be holding. If we can just make it to the tower's entrance.
Oh no, I'm worried.
few more steps.
I'm worried. Oh, something bad's gonna happen. Why is Rose? Why are you so far back?
Praise be to the sisters, we made it! And the scale has proven itself to be everything we hoped it would be. Now we can focus on production. Once we've equipped and returned with an entire survey team, this menace will soon give up its secrets.
I'm still worried. Ah! I knew it. I knew something bad was gonna happen. God damn it. I was just waiting. I was just waiting for something. Whoa, that's what's inside, huh? Holy shit. This looks crazy. Oh, are those? Oh, God. Nidana! Oh, God, it's Fandaniel.
Oh, let me go! Oh, let me go! Oh!
Oh, do calm down. You'll only hurt yourself thrashing about like that.
Stop! Oh, you can't do this! Please!
No! Nidana!
A little late for heroics, I'm afraid. The similarities are striking. My! Such hostility! Never before has my artistry so displeased. My patrons of old would have positively squealed in delight, though, between you and me, I find gushing praise exhausting.
What are you talking about? Oh, there goes that.
Allow me to tell you a story. Surely you've yet to hear the one about Fandaniel, the sundered Ascian. I inherited the position and the soul of the Fandaniel who sat on the convocation in the time of the final days, theoretically speaking. Practically speaking, that fact is of no consequence. I was born and lived as, well, me. Eventually, I was recruited into the Ascians and imbued with the former Fandaniel's knowledge and memories, but I never felt that they were truly a part of who I am.
Okay.
How to explain? Perhaps if I told you who I was before my Ascian embrace, although that chapter too is a past I've long since discarded. I have it on good authority you've poked your nose into an Allegan ruin or two. Yes?
Maybe. Possibly.
Then I expect you've heard of me. The old me.
I don't remember. It's been a long time.
At your service.
I don't remember. I don't recognize it. The name, at least.
Imagine a nation of unbridled prosperity. Every need met. Day after day of unbroken, unshakable peace. Existence fulfilled. and ripe for decay.
You are a genius without peer, Amon. However do you conceive of such delightful experiments?
That mustache.
That fool was beside himself with panic when he awoke with the head of a bull. Even his cries for help emerged as so much guttural lowing.
Oh.
The memory of it. My poor sides. My friends and I were so consumed by laughter we struggled to breathe.
That's some twisted sense of humor. Jeez.
No more than entertainment for bored wastrels ignorant of its worth. My all-consuming work. But it was not their only indulgence. For they were ever hungry for stimulation, slaves to the slightest hint that amusement was afoot. Our nation was ailing, but I would see the poison purged. I resurrected a legend, our first and greatest emperor. And just as I had planned, he set our wayward empire back on the path of conquest. An inexhaustible ambition carried us onwards, always onwards. Yet, he who delivered to us such glory was not to be satisfied.
Heed me, Amon.
That.
No matter how vast one's empire, or full one's treasure vault, all is rendered meaningless by death. In the end, all is lost.
You know as well as I that the Emperor stands to lose this war. And so I have come to claim you.
Oh, Emmett. I miss Emmett. I miss you, buddy.
For while your methods leave something to be desired, we cannot deny the results of your work. And as fortune would have it, the seat of Fandaniel, your rightful seat, lies vacant and waiting. Take your place amongst your peers, rather than die a pointless death amidst the ashes of your doomed nation. Send one of your clones to the Crystal Tower that you might see for yourself. See what lies ahead.
Actually, hang on. The name Amon is familiar. I just can't remember where I heard the name or saw the name. Is that a boss? I can't remember.
The fall of the Empire affirmed the truth. Majestic and tragic, as the Emperor foresaw. Scheme as you like, build as you will, nothing endures. What is life but a brief jaunt ending in emptiness?
Oh, he's gone. Interesting.
So easily distracted. Why, I almost left without saying farewell. As for your friend, you needn't worry. These pawns are far more useful to me alive as fuel for the primals. If you attempt to pull them free, they will die. So, enjoy tackling that conundrum with your comrades. We shall meet again! Not in one of these minor spires, oh no, but somewhere more suitably grandiose. Your favorite playmate is ever so eager to see.
Oh boy. And I'm sure I know who he means by that one. Well. Amon. I think that was a boss in one of the raids. Ah, you are returned, but where is Mistress Nidana? Anusia Preserve. Just when we had succeeded in making the talisman. I must report this at once. Meanwhile, please return to the great work. Beataroonie. Gosh, this entire side of a freaking map. Trouble, trouble! Faincrit. Something's gone awry, hasn't it? What happened? Fandaniel. So it was Fandaniel after all. Damn that bastard. I'm sure you wanted to do more, but you were right to return here first. We must tread warily, lest we endanger Nidana and the other captives. Faincrit is wearing a grim expression. First, we must inform everyone of the situation, Nidana's colleagues included. I'll call them together for a gathering, but I think it would be best if you were the one to explain it. Really rough news. Oh, Nidanya. Sob. Can you answer me this? Though Nidana is trapped in the tower, she's still alive, yes? Yes. Then we must make warding scales, as many as we can. The prototype works perfectly. This Nidana proved at peril to herself. So let us make more scales, that she and all those who were taken might be saved. Aye, as alchemists, this is how we will help win the fight. Hope. How wholesome. Now this kid. My friends, the satrap has been made aware of the tragedy. He offers his heartfelt condolences and reiterates his pledge to provide you with all that you require. To that end, he bade me give you this link pearl, that he might personally discuss the production of the warding scales with you. Oh shit. And for our Eorzean visitors, I bear an invitation. In her report, Mistress Nidana noted that your vital contributions to the talisman's creation. This fact came to the satrap's attention, and in recognition of your deeds, he wishes to meet you. In addition to thanking you in person, he would also discuss further avenues of collaboration. And so, if it is agreeable, will you not accompany me to Ratat Han for an audience with His Excellency? What an honor. We should be honored, of course. Closer cooperation between our lands can only be to the benefit of all. Then it is settled. Please come to the gates east of the Giant's Guild grounds, and I will show you into the city. Oh, isn't that that like really big place with the two like statues we saw earlier? I saw from the last time. Whoa, it's gonna be cool. It's so slow without being able to fly. I'm just gonna auto hover, I guess. Auto run. I don't want to keep holding down the W key. Goodness. Satrap of Ratat Han. A lot of these enemies are like hostile too. It's gonna be a bit tough to try and avoid them. The moment they see me, they're gonna go after me. Okay. Good thing they're essentially blind. Come on. How many currents do I need anyway? 3 quest ones, 6. Okay, 6 exploration ones. Okay. Oh, it is that place. Okay. Ooh, that's gonna be cool. That's exciting. Path is just down. Oh, it's the bridge. God, I really wish I could fly. Even though technically this is flying. Alright, here we are. Finally. Barshan. All present? Then let us proceed. Owing to the threat of the tower, the city is currently in a state of high alert, and restrictions are in place for entry. Though you have been granted special permission, I ask that you remain close to me at all times. Say less. Is there any
A
reason?
vast rock squats upon Thavnair, and to its stony surface clings the city of Ruds at Han.
We don't really need to walk super slow to the city, do we? Look at, look at us.
Ye who enter here are subject to the scrutiny of gods, the gate's most watchful eye. The orb which beholdeth the truth of all things.
Can't wait when I finally get to unlock the dungeons and raids for this expansion.
Pass beneath its hot and piercing gaze, bearing down like a second midday sun.
And the trials. I wonder what the raids are going to be like. Cool.
The fragrant haze, a mixture of sweet incense and acrid smoke. The cries of merchants mingled here with lively melodies accented by dancers' feet. Travelers seduced by vivid sound and colors were once swallowed up by patchwork streets.
Rats at Ha.
But no such scenes to savor now. To what somber present does that divine eye bear witness?
Oh wow. So it's not as populated? It doesn't seem as populated? Interesting.
Here we are. Megaduta.
Megaduta. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean that. Actually, auto text would be kind of nice.
It seems a shame to bring you here directly.
Yeah, whatever.
Under normal circumstances, it would have been my pleasure to show you the sights.
And it would have been our pleasure to see them. Alas, it seems our tour of the city will have to wait.
Indeed.
I'm afraid so. Come, we should head inside.
Hmm.
Your Excellency, may I present our honored visitors?
Ah, splendid. Most splendid.
Sorry if I'm not talking very much. I'm not really sure what more I could add to those. I've kind of brought up all that I wanted to brought up earlier.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Ahawan, satrap of Radzatan. Our alchemists tell me your assistance was invaluable in the creation of the warding scale. Such deeds ought to be recognized in person. Thus did I have young Varshan convey you here forthwith. On behalf of my people, may I express to you our sincere gratitude.
Not everything went to plan.
I assume you speak of Nadana. A regrettable incident indeed. Her colleagues insist that we honor her wishes and trust in the talisman, that it will be instrumental in saving Nadana and the others. I am eager to hear your opinion on the matter, so let us not stand on ceremony. Come, sit.
Exotic?
I think not.
Oh.
This charade has gone on long enough. Show yourself.
Uh-oh.
Forgive me, but were you expecting musicians, perhaps? There are no performers waiting in the wings at present, but arrangements could be made if you'd prefer.
Nay, he hath the right of it. The time for artifice is past. Raise the curtain.
Oh, is he
As
not?
you wish.
Oh, he's not the big man in charge.
You travel as assistants to the students of Valdesian, but you are known to me.
Is it a dragon? Nice.
Even here have we heard of the scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Whoa.
I am Vritra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode.
Vitra.
Vritra, of the first brood,
Sibling to
Hresvelga and Nidhogg.
Wow.
I, mine elder brothers, of Midgard Sorma's spawn, I was last to hatch.
Well,
Petra.
isn't this a surprise? We were told Radzat Han had an alliance with a dragon. Not that a great worm sat in the satrap's own hall.
A necessary subterfuge, as the true tale of our nation history illustrates most.
Oh wait, no. Ahawan is the big man. He's just okay. Never mind.
In the beginning, the rock upon which our city is built was home to Vitra, and Vitra alone. In time, the ancestors of the Matanga came to the island and established a foothold. But never did they dare disturb the worm's lair. Next to arrive were the Aura. Adopting the example of their Akasodra allies, they too treated Vitra with reverence and respect. And for many years, an understanding between our forefathers and the Great Worm endured. Until marauding hears from the mainland came, threatening to shatter our peace and tranquility.
That's awkward. Because Rose is a hewer.
When it seemed all would be drowned in blood, Vitra himself came forth and quelled the rising conflict. A peaceful accord was reached, and oaths sworn in Vitra's name. Thus began the dragon's governance of the fledgling state, which was to grow into Radzat Han.
But If Ritra is still here, then your position as Satrap is just...
A charade. Yes.
Oh.
And one which my family has performed faithfully for generations.
Okay, never mind. He isn't the satrap then.
Many envy the great worms their power. Were it known that I ruled here, then the fires of war would burn without end.
I see. So yeah.
I would not be the flame which consumeth my people. Those few who join me in laying our country's foundations were, perforce, sworn to secrecy.
Your eye. It was taken.
Oh shit.
'Tis here, buried within the semblance of flesh. The body before thee is but a simulacrum, constructed by the finest artisans of Razatan. With mine eye nestled within, it doth serve as an inconspicuous vessel for my will.
Oh wow.
That would explain why I felt the presence of a dragon upon our first meeting.
I am woven with wards fashioned to deceive such arcane senses. Though 'twas short-lived, it seemeth thy fusion with my brother hath left thee much altered. Estinian warm blood. From the very first, we sensed the nature of one another. Yet did neither one of us bear his fangs. That is all I need know of thee for now.
That's interesting.
With my secret thus revealed, I have for you a proposal. Not as a worm of the first brood, but as the ruler of Radz Adan. With all haste must we take in hand the finished talismans and breach this foul spire. Thence, should it lay within our power, dispel its wicked influence. Yet even with the assurance of the warding scales, the narrow confines of the tower doth limit the size of our force.
And thus denied strength in numbers, thou must choose thy soldiers with care.
Hang on. Oh.
Just so. Yet though our radiant host is formidable,
No.
I see a surer path before me.
Sorry if you're hearing all that beepity boops. Getting messages from my free company.
Comrades have contended with a multitude of primal beings. Most recently, thou didst cast down false gods in Pagalthan and Cartanau, I am told. 'Tis upon that strength I would call. The Scions have proven themselves the most capable, and I ask that you serve as the tip of our spear. Talismans would, of course, be provided for each of thy companions, and should you agree to this undertaking, more will be provided to make use of as you see fit.
Cool.
There's no denying it's a dangerous proposition, but the rewards may far outweigh the risk. Just think of what we might accomplish if we could equip all our allies with warding scales.
Indeed.
I worry, however, that even the four of us may be too few for what you have in mind. Might we regroup with our friends first to discuss the matter?
'Tis no trifling task that I have laid before you. Go. Steel your hearts and hone your plans. Such time as you require shall be spent in crafting your protective charms.
It seems a quick trip back to Sharlayan is in order.
Wilt thou not lend thine aid?
Whether your request be made as a great worm or the ruler of Radzadhan, I see no reason to refuse, nor will I.
I am in thy debt.
The Charlian then. And then I can do the other main quest from there. Okay. So, hang on. Oh, I see. That's what it is. Okay. It's just people saying hi. Okay. Alright, it was just nothing. That meeting took a rather unexpected turn, but we now have a clear objective ahead of us. Let us rejoin our comrades in Shalian, and muster a suitable crew for our foray into the Tower of Zod. Oh, and if you haven't already done so, be sure to attune to the Aetherite here before departing, unless of course you enjoy violent nausea. True. I guess I'm gonna have to do that. Damn it. Can I go through? Really? How the hell am I supposed to... I want the... How the hell... but... Oh, it's a completely different area. Oh, shit. I thought that was within the city. Never mind, then. Alright. Back to Shalian, then. Yep. And then there's the other main quest I gotta do here. Sprint. Yeah, this one over there. What's this icon over it? Dun, 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 dun. Hey. Just as I was getting used to my balmy Thavnair, we're back in chilly Shalian. Take care not to catch your death, eh? We need you for the battles to come. Now then, your investigation here remains, but when that's over, we can take stock of all the developments and discoveries. Alright. Now we get the other one done. Which I imagine is gonna be just as lengthy. On sprint. 3 seconds. And boom. Right there. Under that placebo. Or what's it called again? Not placebo. What's it called again? It starts with a P. Or no, not P. Gazebo. That's the word. Gazebo. Is that right? Alright, now we can start this one. Ready for a tea break, Rose? I know I am. Honestly, my neck and shoulders are going to calcify if I don't stretch my legs and walk around for a bit. You know the last stand down in the harbor, don't you? Come to meet me near the outside tables, and I'll treat you to the coffee. It's quite good. Sure. Delivery... Wait, what? What was that? Scholar's Harbor. Yeah, I'll take the shard there. It'll be faster than just going there on foot. There you go. Ava. Full armor. There's Alisa. Miyaya. As busy as ever, I see. How very Shalian that no other gourmet cafe has sprung up to compete for our customers. Actually, this crowd gives me an idea. Before we place an order, why don't we ask a few questions and gauge the mood of the city? I'm interested to hear what the average citizen has to say about Telophoroi. I forgot how to pronounce it. We might even learn something new. Worth a try, don't you think? Hirondier. What? What is it? Can a man not enjoy a moment of private respite? If you're looking to share a table, then I respectfully request that you look somewhere else. You misunderstand, sir. We were simply wondering if you knew of the Telephoroi. These enemies of peace have promised an end to all we hold dear and... Wait, you're that House Levier girl, aren't you? And this woman with you is obviously a foreigner. I heard you were disowned for helping outsiders indulge their barbaric whims, and here you are giving truth to the rumor. I'll thank you to leave me be. I have naught to say to the likes of you. Well, ain't that just rude? Well, I must apologize. It was foolish of me to expect an ounce of civility from one so enlightened. Come, Rose. Yeah, I think I was rude. Hildois. Yes, I don't believe I've had the pleasure. Pray excuse the interruption, but we were hoping you might share your thoughts on the Telephoroi and their unconscionable plans. My goodness, if it isn't the young Miss Liviere. My apologies, but I work in the offices of the Forum, and if word reached Master Fortuneau that I was helping you. I see. We're starting to have bothered you. That's kind of dipping. At least that person was nice. Welcome, madam. What can I offer you today? Wait, is that Mistress Alice I see there? My word, how long has it been? Far too long. Meet Dickon, the owner of the Last Stand. I used to frequent his cafe on occasion and between lessons at the studium. It seems that seems like an age ago now. I remember hearing that you and Master Alfino had set sail for Eorzea, but then you never came back. Lately, there's been gossip about your father disowning the pair of you. Everything all right at home? It's complicated. I hadn't expected complete strangers to be so familiar with our situation quite so quickly. Everyone has an opinion, it seems. Well, it is House Liviere. No matter how discreet Master Fortuneau may have been, news of your family's doings never stays secret for long. Things being what they are, what brings you back to the city now of all times? We have questions, and only Charlian has the answers. Tell me, Master Dickon. Have you heard anything about an apocalypse called the Final Days? What, like the end of the world? Nothing like that, I'm afraid. And that's what you're here to find? Information on this apocalypse? Yes, whatever we can learn. Unfortunately, your patrons appear to be unwilling to speak with me. I wish there was more I could do to help. But maybe there is. You're a visitor to Charlian, aren't you? Then few will know your face. We should be able to pass you off as a server with none the wiser. We just finished preparing a few orders. Strike up some friendly conversation while you're setting down the food, and you might just get the answers you're looking for. Not a bad idea. I hate to ask, but what do you think? That's the spirit. Pay attention now, and I'll explain where each of these dishes needs to go. Oh boy, minigame. The tea set is for the chatty group sitting by the water's edge. Okay, tea set, water's edge. Omelette is for one of our regulars, a Highlander by the name of Gisla. She's sitting at an outside table with a friend of hers. Omelette for Gisla. Behind them, you should see a Mikote gentleman. He ordered the oven-baked lobster. Alright, oven-baked lobster to Mikote. If you're not sure, just ask, I'll explain again. Good luck. Okay. Easy enough, right? I feel like I should dress for the proper occasion. Or Rose should. That's not... Okay. I guess I didn't... Okay. That's not the right... Oh, whatever. Okay. So... Water's... Hang on. Gisla is the omelet. Because that... You say this barbaric hero has prevailed in a multitude of battles, like some avatar of perfected violence, and it's almost uncanny how closely you match the given description. What an odd coincidence. Oh, I have to do this first. Oh, I didn't have... Oh, the game just tells you anyway. Oh, no, you do have to get... Chatty group. Tea set, right? Oh, my tea set. Lovely. Thank you. Telephone who? I'm sorry. I've never heard of them or their final days. My friends and I are somewhat uninformed when it comes to current events. Now, if you want to hear about ritual arcane practices of the 6th Estral era, common or esoteric, then I'd be happy to talk your ear off. And this one was the omelette. Here you go. Finally. 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's dig in. No time to waste. That looks good. What? The Telfaron? Ah yes, I remember seeing the name in the latest Gazette. That and some grand claim about the end of days. Same old senseless warmongering. When will these fools grow tired of spilling each other's blood? Best stay out of it, I say. The Forum made the right choice, and I fully support our decision to remain neutral. But why? Urbane banter with a smile. Here's another oven-baked lobster. At last, the oven-baked lobster is mine. You have no idea how long I've scrimped and saved and suffered to afford this heavenly dish. That's massive. You can finish that. The final days. This is the first I've heard of it. Although that would explain why my friend has been rushed off his feet. It must be a busy time to be a gleaner. Interesting. You don't know what a gleaner is? They're collectors of a sort. Travel the world procuring things that we haven't got here in Sharlayan. Priceless books, unusual life specimens, and so forth. So named for those folk who trail after the reapers in the fields, picking up every grain which was missed. Aye, by all accounts, gleaning is a most meticulous and demanding profession. If these Telfaroi made good on their audacious threats, then many uncatalogued rarities could be lost forever. Why else would the gleaners be buzzing about in such a frenzy? Watch the harbor and you'll see what I mean. They're carting loads in from the docks all day. It's never been this hectic before. Not like this. Interesting. Alice. Any trouble with customers? Were you able to get anyone talking? Interesting. They seem unaware of the final days, aside from whatever vague news the Gazettes are printing. Even Dickon had nothing to offer, and he's the best source of gossip in the city. If the Forum does have secret knowledge, then they've done an impressive job of ensuring no one whispers it in the wrong ear. In any case, thank you for playing the part so well. Here, a cup of coffee, I promise. Oh, delicious. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Well, let's enjoy a drink somewhere else, shall we? Maybe behind the peristyle, away from the gossips and their wagging tongues. Where? Bing, bing, bing. Oh, this place is cool. Yes, this should do nicely. Out of the wind and out of sight. Oh.
When our father disowned us, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. It wasn't until much later that his words began to sink in, that I began to feel the weight of what it meant. Do you remember when the decision was made to come to Sharlayan? Graham said that the Forum was determined to keep us in the dark, and that Father's venomous performance was part of that strategy, to keep us at arm's length. Perhaps it was. Father argued with Grandfather on many occasions, but never with such dismissive contempt. And when he demanded what justifies the sacrifices we make in war, I honestly didn't know what to say. Neither did Alphino, I know, but never for one moment did I believe we had made the wrong choice. So all I could do was fume silently. It was only afterwards that I realized how childish I had been. How being stubborn and self-righteous must run in the family. If I could have just mustered a civil response, then things might have turned out differently. They must be ferrying goods to Labyrinthos. A vast complex beneath the island.
Labyrinthos.
Sharlayan is famous for archiving knowledge from around the world. Well, that knowledge is not preserved exclusively in dusty tomes and desiccated samples. Our living library, comprised of all manner of flora and fauna, is housed and studied within that underground facility.
Living library.
Still, that did seem to be an unusually large shipment. When I lived here, it was rare to even see such cargo transported by boat.
Time to investigate.
Wait! Didn't you hear something in the last stand about the gleaners coming and going more than usual?
Yes.
Well, I think they're the ones we saw manning those boats. And gleaners answer to the Forum. If the appearance of the Telophoroi prompted this sudden burst of activity, then Labyrinthos may hold a clue as to what the Forum is planning.
Telophoroi. I gotta remember how to pronounce it. Telophoroi, not Telophoroi. Telophoroi. Let's investigate, shall we? Yes. And we get our boots wet. Telophoroi. Say it enough times and I'll get it. Telophoroi. We should tell the others what we learned about the Gleaners. Go ahead to Numenon, and I'll join you in a moment. Master Dickon will want his cups back. Oh, coffee. I'd love some coffee. Studium. 1 hour. Not a whole lot of action. I know. It must be very boring to watch and listen. I'm sure we'll get to some action at some point. So far, I'm liking the story, though. Welcome back, Rose. Been for a walk and cleared your head, have you? Telophoroi. Not exactly. We did some impromptu investigating and turned up information on the Gleaners. Telophoroi. It makes sense. The Gleaners take their requests directly from the institutions of bureaucrats, but as you say, they ultimately answer to the Forum. A sudden and significant increase in Gleaner traffic and in cargo. It certainly gives the impression of an overarching plan being put into motion. Let us see what theory we can build from the facts. As Ishtola observed earlier, Nomenon's archives appear to contain no information concerning the final days. Coupled with what Rose and Alice learned at the last stand, we can be reasonably sure that most Sharlayans know nothing of that particular period of ancient history. Yet my father and his colleagues are not only familiar with the final days, but are also somehow certain that the destruction being perpetrated by the Telophoroi, is wholly unlike these apocalyptic events. Moreover, the Forum claims to be so occupied by a duty of such pressing importance that they saw fit to unanimously deny Eorzea's request for aid. And now the Gleaners, official agents of the state, have been mobilized on an unprecedented scale. I do not think it a stretch to conclude that the Gleaners' recent activities are in service to the Forum's secretive ends. In which case, our next course of action seems obvious. We visit Labyrinthos and assess the situation for ourselves. And if we're lucky, the Gleaners will be far more receptive to our questions. What should we expect down there? Oh, I would hate to spoil the surprise. As for myself, there are a few more subjects I would like to research. I may join you later, but feel free to leave behind your board books and be on your way. I'll see to it that each is returned to its proper place. That would be a great help. Thank you, Raha. Graha is the goodest of all boys. Let's head down the stairs over there, and I'll show you where the entrance is. Kind of a slow burner, eh? This one? I don't know if I can remember properly, but I don't think... Hello. Hi, Songwang. Hello. I don't know if I can remember properly, but I think Shadowbringers wasn't as slow of a start. I don't know, it feels slow. I'm okay with it. Ready? Labyrinthos is not too far from here, but you may find the path a bit disorienting. I'll take the lead, so stay close. Bonjour, salut, oui, oui. I'm not French, but... What's the button for walking again? Forget the button. I don't remember the button for walking. It's pleasant here amongst the trees. But we really should move along. I mean, you're the one who's walking, girl. Move faster. How do you walk? Is there a way to walk? What's the button to walk? Now we run. Try to keep. Oh, okay. Now we're really moving. Now we're moving with haste. Keep to the path straight ahead. Now we're going. We cross this bridge. Up here. Okay. The rostro. Not far now. Is this it? Here we are, through this door and down the stairs. You did remember to attune to the shard back there, didn't you? It will make your life much easier if you need to come back in a hurry. Otherwise, we should keep... Alright, here we go. Okay. Maybe this is a dungeon. There's a chocobo thing here? Oh. Maybe just pick this up. Oh, we get to go downstairs. We're all here now, yes? I've taken the liberty of securing permission for our group's ascent. Right, now we're on to the lift and down we go. Down we go.
Deep beneath the scholar's city shines a false sun within a fabricated sky.
Oh, that's cool.
In any age exist those who consider the floor an extension of their bookshelves. And this vault's architects surely belonged to that special breed. If the stack grows too high, start a new one. If no room remains, then make more rooms. A simple solution at first, and then bit by bit, a profound transformation. Knowledge, buried beneath knowledge, a growing, creeping labyrinth from which there is no escape.
God, I love that Emmett's the one narrating. Fabricated sun. That's cool. Artificial sun.
Not what you expected. I must admit, the artifice is very convincing. But I assure you that we are beneath Sharlayan itself. The breeze you feel, the flowing waters you hear, all created by the hand of man.
Fascinating.
The island is volcanic, you see, and once upon a time this great hollow must have been a reservoir for magma. It was discovered some 400 years ago, at which point it was repurposed as a storage facility for scrolls and samples and such. Renovations have continued, with nigh on no interruption to this day, with the lower levels still undergoing expansion.
Aren't those people gleaners?
Aye, judging by their dress. They are said to work alone as a rule, but 'twould seem that rule is being enthusiastically broken today. It may be as you suspected, that they are engaged in a task apart from the norm.
Let's spread out and get some answers then.
Let's do that. Uh-oh. You okay?
Did you call to me just now?
She did not.
No. How odd. I must be a bit dizzy from the descent. I'll be fine, I'm sure. Let's get to work, shall we?
All right. Good Lord. That is massive. I got my work cut out. Oh, I can have a mount here as well. Dolben. You want to know what I'm doing? Hauling books, and fauna. If it needs hauling, I haul it. Every decade or so, they take stock in labyrinthos. You know, sort and tidy up the inventory. Never seen an operation like this before, though. They just did one a few summers ago, even. Then, with no worrying at all, this mess gets dropped in our laps. Orders from on high. Damned if I know the reason. Could be that they're changing the layout, eh? Preparing for the next big expansion. Taking stock. So they do that once in a while, but not as often. Teve? Is that who I think it is? Hang on. Hang on, I'm just gonna... Okay. I just wanted to take a screenshot. Because that's a name I recognize. Okay. Oh, that's my flower. That's my butterfly. Let me think. Let me think. The Rhea seeds should be item 1058. Cuban seeds 1059. Snurble 1060. Or were they 1061? My head feels like it's stuffed with Moko grass. Why more loads to take out than carry in? Why do all this at once and risk mixing it up? What if someone mistakes the Corthian carrots for the Albanian carrots? What then? Large shipments in and out of Labyrinthos. Oh, excuse me. Aaronville. You here to help or give me more headaches? Because you don't have the look of a gleaner, and I'm in no mood for idle chatter. Yet you're doing idle chatter just now, with 2 other people. One of my colleagues was so exhausted, he took a tumble and crashed into a pile of crates. Now I have a pack of mermots running loose. Exhausted gleaners. Yeah, they're working overtime here. They're really prepping up for something. Oh wait, hang on. I want to pick this up here. Let me pick this up. So, what is it again? It's, damn, I forget. Oh my gosh, I already forgot the emote. What was it again? What was the emote again? I don't remember. I cannot find it. Why can I not find it? What was the emote for this? Oh, look out. There we go. There we go. Not super necessary, but it gives me some extra EXP. Any luck, Rose? What tales did the gleaners have to tell? Taking stock, large shipments, exhaustion. Here you go. So this grand operation began without warning, and for every item they bring in, they're sending more inventory somewhere else. That would explain the haggard faces I've been seeing. We were right. The forum is definitely up to something, and they're turning Labyrinthos upside down in the process. Now accessible. Is it? We would do well to learn more of what, specifically the Gleaners are being tasked to do, as well as who has tasked them to do it. If you're game, Rose, I have an idea. Didn't one of the Gleaners you mentioned say something about escaped marmots? Perhaps if you were to help him capture said creatures, he might be inclined towards a more friendly and enlightening conversation. In the meantime, I will turn my charms upon this Gleaner here. We can compare notes afterwards. Happy hunting. Oh, joy. Time for some action. I'll help you. She'll help you with the marmots. You wish to help me find the marmots. I have nothing suitable to pay you for your services, but if you're offering out of the goodness of your heart, I'd welcome the assistance. The name is Aaronville, friend. Specialist in the collection of live specimens. That said, the capture of these Naxian marmots is a trial I've no desire to repeat. Grizzled mice, they call them. For mercy, there are no other marmot species on this tier at present, so there should be no mistaking our little fugitives. If you happen to catch any, stuff them in this sack. Gently, of course. Where to begin, you wonder? I've not seen any scampering around here, so we'll need to widen our search into the surrounding forest. Be on your guard. There are beasts out there that won't hesitate to prey on a marmot, or you. I'll search the trees to the west. The eastern part of the forest is all yours. Good luck. Ugh, fine. rat sack. I'm gonna put it here just in case we actually have to, like, use it. Let's do fish lagoons. I also need to take a look at this. We can do defender stance. Actually, nah. We'll just go free stance. Alright, let's look around. Troll. There be trolls. Oh. Some action. Grizzled mouse. Hunting coyote. Coyote. Nice. Oh, there's another one? And then... there we go. Chirp, squeak. Ah, wait, come here. Barely have you ready to sack. Oh, there's side quests over there. Oh, jeez. More to the list. God damn, look at that thing. He looks like, it looks like one of those creatures from that old book where the wild things are. Imagine that as like a giant teddy bear. Just a giant plushie for you. Oh, there we go. Doing, 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 doing. You sense a hostile presence. I prefer the term spiritual pressure. He looks like a lovable person. Oh, there we go. Woo! Damn thing. Oh, someone's doing some business over here. Goodbye. I'm not focused on that. I didn't participate. Oh, it's raining. Rose has her umbrella out. How adorable. Where is this? Don't tell me it's higher up. Is that higher up? Oh gosh, it's higher up, isn't it? Okay, I gotta get up the hill. Oh man. Oh, look at that. They're having some fun down there. There it is. You little mousey mousey. Take that. Squeak squeak. Got it. That's only one though. Gosh, we have to go all the way back. Yep, no flying here as well then. Oh, that means there are currents here as well to pick up. And no compass to use to find it. That's a troll. Let's just pick this up. For now. Set up for now. No lato. Why not ask a fellow gleaner? Okay. Let's report back. How did you fare? I tracked down 3 of the pack, which leaves one more unaccounted for. Oh. You got most of the work. Ah, there's the odd marmot owl. Wait here a moment while I put our friends in a holding cage. They even simulate rain under here. Thankfully, the marmots seem to be unharmed. They've held up well in isolation, but it's much too soon to release them into the habitat. It's a good thing we were able to recapture them so swiftly. You have my thanks. What will you do with the marmots now? That's for the Forum to decide. They are the guiding authority behind Labyrinthos, after all, and this job was but one small part of this great inventory of theirs. Suitable for consumption and easy to breed, those were the 2 conditions I was given for the stock I was instructed to procure. I don't know what the Forum has planned for these creatures, but at the very least, I doubt they'll be served for dinner today or tomorrow. There you are, Rose. Is this the gleaner you mentioned? The one who was looking for lost marmots? Nod. Interesting company you keep, friend. Who are you folk, anyway? I'm Cryo, the students of Baldessian. These others are my associates. Truth be told, the Forum's decisions of late have not sat entirely well with us. That is why we made the descent into Labyrinthos. We hoped that by seeing those decisions put into action, we might more fully understand their reasoning. Wise and practical. Never hurts to try and gain a broader perspective, does it? Anyway, due to calls, other animals to capture and enclosures to empty. Once again, I'm sorry that I can't offer you more for your services. Did you learn anything new from your friend there? So we've confirmed that the order for this ambitious operation did indeed come directly from the Forum. However, the Gleaners have not been informed of its purpose. I'd say that fits with everything we've heard thus far. We also discovered when the operation was begun. The Forum contacted the Gleaners' guild ship and put their people to this great work for some 4 days after the Thavnair made their chilling declaration. As seasoned travelers, the Gleaners keep abreast of news from every corner of the world out of necessity. Thus, am I inclined to trust that their calendar of events is accurate. Altogether, it gives a distinct impression that this undertaking was a sudden and unexpected development. Yet I find it hard to believe that such a comprehensive restructuring of Labyrinthos and its archives could have been planned in so brief a window. Nay, this plan was long in the making. They were but awaiting the right time to put it into effect. And the Thavnair's declaration was what set it all in motion? It seems likely, but let us not leap to conclusions just yet. For the moment, I suggest we conduct a wider investigation of Labyrinthos. The more facilities we visit, the more pieces of the puzzle we stand to find. In that case, how about we head to the Archeon? From there, we can reach the lower... Uh-oh. Cryo, what's wrong? I'm fine, truly. The sudden descent has left me with a bit of a headache, that's all. Nothing that will stop me from soldiering on. Let's be about it then. At least allow me to take the lead. I'm fairly certain I remember the way to the Archeon. We followed the path east, through the forest where you were chasing after that mouse. Or marmot, was it? Anyway, 'tis the trolls you need to watch out for. The trolls. And they're okay with just letting those trolls roam about freely? Let me just pick up this side quest over here. Been bored. Green Gleaner. And just power through. Okay. So we're gonna just hide these. So not very important. Alright, let's go. Through the forest and the trees. How far is this? Not that far. Okay, might as well pick this up then. There we go. Nice. That's so cool. All of this underground, and they're able to simulate the sun and weather and all that stuff. Even the even the wind. It's like Waco Mundo from Bleach. New location discovered. Oh, I am so close to leveling up. Behold the Archaeon. As Numenon serves as Sharlayan's literary archive, so does the structure house the city's wealth of material data. The architecture, too, is similar. This building you see is merely the upper entrance, an access point to the vaults carved into the cliffside itself. Within those vast rooms are stored countless samples and specimens, as well as the detailed records which describe them. In a manner of speaking, the Archaeon contains a physical history of Sharlayan's unwavering dedication to the accumulation of knowledge. Level up! Ding, ding, ding. Way of the Samurai. Well, we won't learn anything of value standing out here. Let us proceed into the main building and speak with the custodian. Allow me to pick all of this up. Bing, bing, bing. Boom, 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 boom. So many side quests. Just quickly pick these up. Real slow burn. Gemstone trader. Chatbert. I'm chatting with you, Chatbert. There you go. Holy crap. I gotta attune to this too. Is someone... What am I looking at? Someone's inside a little, like, jellyfish bubble thing. Is that a mount? That's so cool. I want that. That's really cool. Oh god, there's another side quest in here. So many. Please, I insist. That's a lot. Oh, I'm gonna be busy when I'm done with Endwalker main story. Oh boy. Greetings, we are here to peruse the Archaeon's vaults. Peruse? You are clearly not gleaners then. Might I ask your affiliation? We belong to the students of Baldessian, but is that relevant? I was given to believe that the vaults, those open to the public at least, were open to the public. Ordinarily, yes, that would be the case. At present, however, access is restricted. Only persons directly involved in the reorganization efforts are permitted to enter. Hell shit. Not us then. I suppose we had better move along to another facility. This building has a lift which connects to the middle tier, yes? Might we at least make use of that? No. That service has also been suspended on me, I'm afraid. For the time being, priority has been given over to the conveyance of inventory. What? So this is as far as we can go? I apologize for the inconvenience. Please come again after our restructuring operation is concluded. By that time, it'll be too late, and we were so close to getting answers. We need to rethink our approach. Let's step outside for the moment, shall we? Threaten them. I'm just kidding. Rose would just unsheath her sword and just point it at him. Students of Baldessian. Uh-oh. Ominous. We are at an impasse. As we have no other leads, I should like to pursue this one further. But I thought that our stone-faced custodian would be swayed by heartfelt pleas. We must seek another means to access the lower levels. Threaten them. It is likely that the people in this area are involved in the restructuring in one way or another. If we were to ingratiate ourselves, they might allow us to accompany them on the lift. Let us ask around. Surely someone is in need of a few strong backs to land the load. Oh boy. You gotta look around for people. Hang on. Oh, here. Bone weary worker. What's that? Take you down on the lift with me. Sorry, but not a chance. I've been up and down all day, and only now have I finally found a spare moment to rest. I did see a gleaner fellow heading out the gate there, though, shouldering a large pack, engaged in some manner of task. Maybe he'll be headed down below after he's done with whatever it is he's doing. Gate? Where? I see nothing. Oh, over there. Bemused student. Am I taking the left? Oh no, we're just students. They won't let us into the Archaeon, even though we found... Actually, we have no idea what it is we found. There's no record of such a creature anywhere. But it was wandering around Tranquility, and so we thought to donate it to the vaults. Tom tom tom. Squeal. Oddest little squeal, don't you think? Anyway, I suppose we'll have to take care of it until the Archaeon is open again. I mean, I could take it off. Okay. I mean, Rose can take it off her hand. You know, it's kind of hard to... I wish I had a mount like that. It's kind of hard to refer to Rose as Rose without referring her as me or I or whatever. Because obviously I'm the one that's playing. Ow. Can you not? Can you leave me alone? Narbrui? Fine. Oh, okay, never mind. Erinville. Quiet, you'll find your way. Ah, it's you again. Don't mean to be rude, but I'm in the middle of another task. The Cloudkin I need to capture is very close. She's got this. You wish to help me with this too? You spend your time in unusual ways, my friend. Still, 2 hunters are generally better than 1. Very well. The canal here is a common gathering spot for birds of all kinds, but the one I'm after today is the hornbill. Its feathers are green, its cry a distinctive caw. Single it out, shoot it with a sleeping dart. Green feathers. Okay. The effects are short-lived, so I'll lie and wait down by the riverbank to claim our quarry. Be sure to hit the right one. Target the hornbill. Okay. Green, 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 green. Isn't it this? Wait, there's like 2 caw, right? Cuckoo. Okay, so it was this other one here. It's this. It's green, it's caw. That's the most action I've gotten in this stream thus far. It's sleeping. It's you know, it's not. You're a little too overjoyed at that. In the rain, no less.
A fair shot.
Voice line?
Nicely done. Let me truss this one up, and I'll make my way over to you.
Rose is so cool. She looks cool. I'm so proud of my child.
There you are. Any new revelations? So you met with that gleaner again, this time to capture a hornbill. I understand catching and bringing in creatures from the outside, but what's the point of chasing after ones already here?
I'm in for safety.
Oh, it's a simple thing, really.
Okay, explain.
Occasionally, we remove specimens no longer needed for study, or those we've had difficulty raising. But we can't simply turn them loose. Safely returning such creatures to their native habitats is another facet of a cleaner's duties. But not in this case, I'm afraid. I've been asked to bring the bird below.
What a coincidence.
The restricted section in the lower levels of Labyrinthos. Open only to a select few researchers handpicked by the Forum. The projects down there are the subject of rumor and hearsay. Forbidden magics.
Oh.
Advanced technologies that can never be allowed to fall into outside hands. Even Archons are not privy to the truth. Those who are, the researchers involved in this secretive work, are not permitted to walk freely in the city, and are instead required to live in isolated quarters.
Interesting.
What could a facility subject to such strict security protocols possibly need with a hornbill? An experiment?
Possibly. I wasn't afforded an explanation. But judging by the requisition list given to me and my colleagues, I doubt it's for any kind of advanced research. I'd be more inclined to believe we were making preparations to migrate to the south. Mericidia or thereabouts.
Oh.
What? Why would you say that?
Much of the flora and fauna we were asked to procure could serve as reliable sources of sustenance. They're comparatively hardy species, too. able to endure harsh climates. And among them are specimens known to be effective in improving soil quality and purifying water.
When you put it that way, migration does sound like a reasonable assumption.
Sounds like they're trying to recreate the whole arc thing from the history lesson we got last week.
That's all it is, though. An assumption. Through our tasks, we gleaners glimpse only bits and pieces of the Forum's plans. Our prime concern is that our requisitions, be they living or otherwise, are properly preserved for the knowledge of future generations.
That sounds like you're trying to put together
Now,
another Noah's Ark.
I really must be going. I regret that I cannot reward you as you deserve.
Perhaps you might reward us after a fashion then. It is imperative that we reach the lower levels. And seeing as you are already set to descend with your assigned cargo, mayhap we could accompany you as your assistants.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. Once the animals have been prepared for transport, we send them down separately via the lift. I will of course follow after to make my report, but I can hardly pass you off as porters when there's nothing left to carry.
Indeed. Pray forget I said anything.
Rough. No? However...
How do you feel about climbing?
Oh.
If you've strength and the courage to brave it, then there is another way down. This path leads to the 33rd facet, a mine shaft excavated during one of our expansions of Labyrinthos.
Could this be a dungeon?
Well, I cannot guarantee that the passage is safe to traverse. It
might
should provide access to the medial circuit below.
Finally something, after 2 hours.
I never even knew such a place existed. Thank you. This is the perfect solution.
You're quite welcome. But consider yourselves warned. If the going proves too treacherous, you do well to turn back. I bid you good day.
It's raining and he's got his boots out like that. I'm sure it's filled with water by now. Those boots.
Well, turning back is hardly an option, not when we've come this far. Let's go and take a look at this mine shaft.
This better be a duty. I hope it is. I need activity, man. I need some activity. Again, I'm liking the story, but man, it's a lot to go through. Oh, we just... Oh. There we go. Oh god, I have to... No. Free time. During my free time. Or after I finish the story. Which will take quite some time, I would imagine. Labyrinth Screamer. Now that's one hell of a name. Ow! Stop it. Here we are. This looks to be a duty or a dungeon. This must be it, the entrance to the mine shaft. 'Tis faint, but I hear something moving within. Creatures homed there by the researchers, you think? Well, slavering beasts aside, we will need to watch our footing. We should tighten our straps and such before we continue. Bing, 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 bing. High Durium Visor. I got the good quality armor, so it's okay. Eager to get underway. Me too. Assuming everyone's tightened their straps and checked their gear, then I say we head on in. Given the terrain ahead, though, it might be wise to leave some distance between us. We don't want to be stumbling over each other if it comes to a fight. Take it slow. Don't forget to check your surroundings from time to time. We can meet up again at the other end of the tunnel. Never mind, it's not a... I was really hoping. Maybe at the end of it? I don't know. Maybe it's somewhere in here. It's massive. What are these? Mithril cap. It's like if a mushroom had combined with like a cricket or something. Or a grasshopper. Zeraphym. Danger approaches. Hostile presence. It's a bit laggy. Uh-oh. It's like a little spike. Just a tiny little spike just then. I'm eyeing my OBS here. It spiked just a tad bit, but nothing too crazy. Ew, look at this thing. I would appreciate it if you just left me alone, good creature. There you go. This is a long survey. Ooh. Wow. Hiya. Bosom buddies. What's the thing again? This one. There we go. I gotta read these here. Straight line, 8. Okay, circle. Okay. It's just gotta ride. Okay, yeah, it's lagging just a tiny bit. I want to run my chocobo all day. Bam, ba da da ba da da dum, bam, bam. Uh-oh. Excuse me. Thank you for the bless you. Ugh. Everyone seems to have made it through without incident, nothing of consequence at least, and as promised, the tunnel has delivered us into the medial circuit. As I recall, this tier is where they keep a wide variety of samples for agricultural production. If Erenville's assumption holds true that specimens are being collected in preparation for a great migration, then we should see evidence of such plans in the area's research projects. Let's follow the path to the nearest farming facility, see what we see. Let's be on our way, then. Genemos. And there's another Charlian Hamlet. Ah, get away. Discovered a new location. Stray Corrigan. Stray tomato. Oh. This place looks run down. Or no, well, I mean it's empty. That's why I say that. But... Ooh. Grapes. Ooh, pumpkins. Aha! Now I know where we are. This is the Mariel Agronomics. Labyrinthos is host to a wide variety of vegetation, which allows us to conduct studies on cultivation methods utilized in foreign lands, and it is this facility which coordinates and oversees those efforts. The fruits of their research go to feed their Labyrinthos colleagues, or so I hear. More notable successes might make it to the Agora. Food so exotic, you'd be hard-pressed to guess their origin, let alone how they might taste. Ha 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 ha, indeed. Mystery vegetables without a name, only a list of nutritional benefits scribbled on a card. I see no gleaners hereabouts, yet these workers seem to share that same sense of urgency. 'Tis possible they know something of the Forum's plans and their underlying motivations. Worth looking into, wouldn't you say? See what you can coax from the workers. The rest of us will do the same or cast about for useful clues. Nod. Jibk. Ahoy there. Hello there. We weren't expecting visitors, not with use of the lift being restricted. Did you make it? How did you make it down here anyway? Tunnel. The mine shaft, you say? Well, you're a much hardier soul than I. Under normal circumstances, I reward such tenacity with a guided tour of the fields, but I'm afraid the Forum has us filling order lists a mile long. Massive yet detailed requests. Literal wagon loads of crop samples and hardly any time to put them together. When I first heard of this grand reorganization, I assumed we would be shuffling around old stock to make room for the new. Then came the orders for ridiculous quantities of seeds we've already thoroughly researched. Passing strange, eh? I pressed for an explanation and was met with vague assurances that all would be revealed in due course. Not the most satisfying answer. I would believe so. Overwhelmed lab laborer. Huff huff. Do I have aught to be taken down below? More than I can carry, and then some. Most of our stock is sent off via the cargo lift, but some has been earmarked for aerial transport. Hence the stack of crates atop that hill there. Gods, hauling the lot up that slope was a job and a half. What hill? Which hill? I don't see it. That hill? I can't see it. Too much foliage. What crops are we raising? Well, as you can see, this one is a variety of grape. Only needs a good source of sunlight to grow, and the conditions here are nothing short of perfect. Hardly surprising, given that it's native to a particular locale in the very place upon which Labyrinthos was modeled, a region in the south of Ilsabard. It boasts remarkable habitat diversity, allowing for myriad flora and fauna to thrive. Chilly peaks in the north give way to swathes of temperate plains, which in turn transition into a hot, humid coastline. Such bountiful territory is ever contested, as you might expect. Used to be called Corvos before the Imperials renamed it Locus Amoenus. The Forum saw it not as a prize, however, but as a researcher's ideal environment, one whose climates we strove to recreate within the confines of the Labyrinthos. It's since provided a rich foundation for countless experiments in cultivation. Ugh. I'm trying to read it, like, at a quick pace to get things moving along here. Oh, but man, is that getting exhausting for me. Tells story of their contents. Bundles of common seed saplings accompanied by sheaves of reports. Interesting. For aerial transport as well. And flowers too. Interesting that there are flowers right blooming here though.
Hard to look away, isn't it? But they're more than pretty flowers. Heart blooms are attuned to ambient emotion.
Interesting. I don't get it either, Rose.
You don't seem convinced, but believe me, it's true. This ashen grey, for instance, it mirrors the anxiety and urgency of those working nearby as they rush to fulfill sudden orders.
That's interesting. Flower that
Intense
changes.
feelings like those spur the petals to change colour. Bright glowing hues in the presence of joy, dark subdued shades for frustration or despair.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Yet even with the collected wisdom of Charlian at our disposal, we've yet to identify the underlying principle of this empathic effect.
Changes color based on emotion.
There are other mysteries besides. Although the flower is extraordinarily long-lived, its low reproductive rate has made it difficult to find younger populations growing in the wild. With too few sightings to map its distribution, and no closely related species to track, we've been unable to pinpoint its land of origin. To further complicate matters, every culture, even dimly aware of its existence, has given it a different name and mythos. Our attempts to study it via the historical record have been an exercise in frustration. As an avid botanist myself, I should one day like to unravel the Heartbloom's secrets. But I'm afraid other duties must take precedence. I will leave you to your thoughts.
Fascinating. A flower that changes color based on emotions of others.
Have you learned aught of interest?
Aside from the flower? No. Oh, actually no, 3 different things.
A flower that reacts to one's feelings? Strange. I must say, I have never heard of such a thing.
This is all very fascinating. But as it stands, we fail to gain any significant insight into the Forum's undertaking.
Indeed. While there is certainly enough activity to support Erenville's supposition that a priority has been placed on improving food production, unfortunately for our investigation, these workers were never informed as to how their duties serve the master plan.
I really want to keep it under
If
wraps.
only we could interrogate the Forum members directly.
Oh, I wish we could. Just barge on in there. What was that? Nani? Kachang?
Isn't that the entrance to the Arcane?
Perhaps our answers lie within. There. Oh, it's our boy.
Look, there. I think that's Erenville.
A little difficult to tell from here, but I think you're right. He did say he was coming down to make his report.
Erenville receives his orders from the Forum. Would it not follow, then, that the superior to whom he reports is a Forum member, or at least a close associate?
You mean to eavesdrop on their conversation? What of the risks?
Oh, please.
Ours alone to bear. We won't interfere with Erenville's work, nor will he be implicated as an accomplice. If you're not comfortable taking part, I can do this alone.
Nay. I said myself that I wished to know Father's intentions. And no answers will be forthcoming should we simply ask nicely.
We can apologize later, should it come to it. Right now, we need every crumb of information we can get our hands on. Consequences be damned.
I like your way of thinking, I would say.
It might be best if you came along as well. In fact, we should all...
Oh?
Cryo?
Oh, yes. That certainly sounds like a plan.
I'm glad you agree.
Have to make a report. Let me just take a
Quickly.
really long,
Erenville is on the
leisurely
move. We
stroll.
need to get closer before we lose him.
Don't worry, at the speed he's going, we won't lose him. What's wrong? What's wrong, bro? What's up?
Almost. I can almost reach you.
Hmm? My daughter is a very observant one. Just shows how smart she is. I'm proud. Is Crow still feeling unwell? I've never seen her so distracted. Keep an eye on her, but keep moving too. We cannot let our quarry slip away. Let's go then. Come, we can still catch him. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Go, 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 go. Can't I just jump down from here? That makes it easier. Can I go down any further? Yes, I can. Hefredo. That's a big bug. Ah. Ah, damn it. How did y'all get here so fast when Rose had to jump down a freaking cliff? They're cheating. Hold a moment, I have an idea. The memory serves that colossal wall-like structure is Logisticon Beta, one of Labyrinthos's climate control centers. Jeez. It should have its own lifts, with which one could access the upper or lower tiers. If I were an agent of the Forum, it would make for a convenient meeting place. But even if we happen to find Erenville in the company of said agent, we cannot expect them to reveal issues of importance as we nonchalantly stroll past. Nay, we shall have to remain undetected. If only Graha and his vanish spell were here. Oh, but there are other ways of turning invisible. Hippity hop, my little toads. Uh-oh. Goodness! That's cute. We're a lot bigger than usual, though. Unaccustomed to transfiguration, we're not. It will wear off with the passage of time. I suggest you and your green companions hop along and catch up with Erenville. Should you feel the magic's fading, return to me and I will refresh the enchantment. Oh gosh, it's time. And what am I to do in the meantime? Wait here with me. In your current state of mind, you'd be as likely to leap into the jaws of a predator as you would learn anything of note. Which reminds me, we're the creature's whereabouts. In that form, you're essentially defenseless. Oh gee, thanks. You have changed into a toad. You must remain transfigured in order to progress. You will return from your if you move too far away. Speak with Ishtola to restore or prolong it. Oh dear. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Oh, let's go. Careful. Careful now. This is so cute. I want to stay like this. We have like half an hour for it, so it's completely okay. It's a toad. Shit. Cannibalism. Ah. Oi! Go, go, go. Oh, jeez. It's just down there. Shit. Watch your step. Look at us hippity hop around. Okay, we made it. Ribbit? Ribbit, ribbit? Attempts to fails to shake his head, but you nevertheless understand that he's telling you this is the wrong way. Turns to face north. Cross the bridge. Are you sure? Well, I mean, it's showing. I mean, the map is showing that we have to be here. So. Oh. Oh no. Let's be careful. Okay. Oh, I think it's up above. Look at us hippity hopping about. Oh, it's over here. This must be it. In between two Yakao. Oh! Can we get that? I think we'll get that. Okay, okay. Oh my god, look at us. We're so cute. Look at them. They're so cute. Which one's Alfino and Alice and Rose? Interesting.
I trust you will find your compensation to be more than satisfactory. We wish to make clear that we are pleased with the efficiency and thoroughness of your work.
Whoops.
So much so that we have come bearing new tasks in need of your competent hand.
Hmm.
Another lengthy list. If I may speak frankly, the Gleaners have been pushed to the point of collapse by your unending demands. We are not familiars to be exploited. We are Sharlayan scholars, and we deserve an explanation for this unseemly treatment. What warrants such urgency?
Spill the beans.
In an age long past, Sharlayan was charged with a momentous duty. And now that word of the final days hangs heavy in the air, the time has come for us to fulfill that charge. I can say no more, but I promise you this. All will be revealed in due course. And when it has, you will understand that your toil was in service to the greatest good.
Vague.
Then I will do your bidding. For now. But
Oh,
unless
now.
you wish the Gleaners to rise up in protest, I advise you to offer tangible improvements for our working conditions. Your promised revelation does nothing to address present circumstances.
You tell him.
A fair point. Your concerns will be conveyed to the Forum.
Which I highly doubt. Ribbit, ribbit.
I hope that was informative. You may consider my debt to you repaid in full.
This guy, he's well smart. Okay.
While I do have my reservations about the Forum, I want to believe that they have our best interests at heart. Which is why I'm reassured that you're busy sniffing out the truth of things. We can ill afford to place all our eggs in one basket. this master plan of theirs without first understanding the risks involved.
Yeah, he was able to discern who we were. Wow. That was impressive, actually.
Wait! How did you know it was us?
If you mean to impersonate a toad, try studying the real thing. And don't try to fool an expert.
We got you there. Well, obviously, no toads would just sit there and just listen in and watch. That's funny. With that, okay. Suppose we should have known a gleaner who specializes in animal procurement would not be so easily deceived. Yet he seemed inclined to put his trust in us all the same. More importantly, perhaps we discovered a new piece of the puzzle, this momentous duty the forum agent mentioned. Charlene has been called to action, and Telopharoid's declaration was the catalyst. Whatever charge it is they hope to fulfill, they deem it of sufficient import to disrupt all of Labyrinthos, not to mention ignore Eorzea's request for aid. What duty could warrant the direct involvement of the forum and the commitment of all its resources? Judging by what we just heard, none of the gleaners were offered any kind of explanation. At this point, it seems abundantly clear that we'll learn nothing new by pressing them further. We should head back to Ishtola and Crow for the moment. Let's see what they think of this. Beam, beam, beam. Oh, there's a blue quest over there. You know what? I'm just gonna do only the main quests. For the blue quest, I can save that for, like, off-stream. Like, I think I'll just do it immediately after the stream. Oh, it's such a pain having to walk around on land like this. Wrong one. Okay. Okay. Yep, we found Erenville. Had a feeling you would learn something important, even if that something was a confirmation. We should share this with the Cryo. We found it where she's behaving. We lead her back to return and rest. Perhaps not the business, but in hindsight, would you mind checking the other flowers she was entranced by? Okay. Check on the flowers. Good lord. Moving around on land like this. So slow. Shit. Even worse now, I have to go around here. Alright, let's pick these up. It'll come time when I get to fly around and stuff. So when that happens, I'll be able to get all of this done easily and quickly. But until then, these are going to be held on reserve. Harbaloi. Yep, 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 yep. Blue quest offers an aetherite crystal, and you know what? We can. I think we can just ignore this. Ignore the dialogue for this one. Oh boy. Ugh. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong button. This is the right button. There. Okay. Right here is the main quest. Is it? Alright. Oh wait, no, that's for the, this is for the blue quest. Ah, shit. Is it? Oh wait, no, this is for that side quest. Ah, shit. I don't mean to do that. I don't mean to do the side quest. Where is... It's in one of the... They're in one of these buildings, right? The whole troll thing's in there. Ugh. Yeah, I'll do that later. I'll just do that, like, after the stream. Nothing. Wait, what? Okay, wait, what? Which mission is this? Oh, right, yeah. We have to go up the hill. Right, I forgot about that. Jeez. Straight onion. Pour again. Are these all just vegetables? Living vegetables? There was a tomato one. There's cryo. What are you thinking? What's on your mind, girl?
For you. The spell will keep it from wilting. She said you would need it for the journey ahead.
She?
Will you speak with her now? I cannot hope to match Minfilia's clarity,
Ah,
of
Heidelin.
course, but...
Talk about Heidelin.
Thank you.
Good lord.
Do not worry. She has lent me her body for only a moment. Just as I could not save the first from the flood of light, it has become arduous for me to interact with the physical world without assistance. Though I might converse with you for a time, the incorporeal form I assumed on the ship would be incapable of casting even the simplest enchantment. It is in the depths of the ethereal sea, the place to which all life returns, where my influence is greatest. After Minfilia's sacrifice on the first, it was to the sea, here in the source, where I ferried her soul. I wished that gentle spirit to find rest in the world she loved so well. Her, and another who may yet have a part to play.
Oh?
Though that will depend on you. Take the flower. Walk free, for you are free to go where you wish, to believe what you will. That bloom will be your guide, test and proof of your conviction. In darkness, seek joy. Surrender not to sadness, and see beyond despair. Walk free, and bear the light for others to follow. Together, raise it aloft and let it shine, till the end, blinding and radiant.
stuff it in the pocket. Oh.
That was all too brief. Already she seems so far away. My apologies if I startled you. Ever since we began our descent into Labyrinthos, I had sensed another's will, straining to reach out. Even with my particular talents, though, I was unable to make a connection at first. So weak and tenuous it was. Once I took hold of that wispy thread. Imagine my surprise to discover it was Heidelin herself. Needless to say, it seemed wise to learn what we could before letting go. Her answers were more cryptic than I would have liked, but at least she left us with a guide of sorts, that unusual flower. Yes, we are definitely making progress.
You can't be serious! We've done nothing wrong!
Uh-oh. That's not good. Oh god. Oh, is that their pops?
Master Fortuno, what business has the Forum with us?
Obstruction and suppression, apparently.
Nani?
Mistress Baldessian. Our records show you facilitated the Scions' entrance into Sharlayan by claiming them as assistants for your organization. We are aware of your investigations. After alerting the major institutions to the presence of potential troublemakers, we received word from an Archean custodian.
See, this is why we should have just... Man... You see, Rose would be the type of person to just point her sword at the guy and be like, just let us in.
A group operating under the auspices of the students, skulking about Labyrinthos and engaging in clandestine behavior.
Ugh.
Clandestine? We may not have entered Sharlayan as Scions, but we did naught to conceal our identities. Our only purpose in this city is to seek the truth. I can think of no reason why our actions should warrant the Forum's intervention.
'Tis not our way to discourage the pursuit of knowledge, but the timing of such pursuits must be considered, not to mention their potential impact.
Oh, shut your mouth, boy.
With the world in chaos, we, the true caretakers of wisdom, have committed ourselves to an undertaking that demands the utmost discretion. And we will not risk its success by turning a blind eye to disruptive foreign elements in our midst.
What, then, is to be our fate? Will you put us on a ship back to Eorzea?
The Forum will convene to examine your case. The results of said inquiry will determine your future in this city.
Oh boy.
As for your absent companion, he has already been detained.
Graha! But why? Is reading a crime now, too?
Reading is encouraged, celebrated even. Not, however, of the volumes shelved in the restricted section of the library.
Man.
Refusing to comply will only make matters worse. Let us instead treat this as an opportunity to open a dialogue with the Forum.
Silence is often one's best defense. I would advise against prolonging the proceedings with frivolous discourse.
These guys.
But enough. This is not the place for debate. The rostra await.
Reminds me of, like, Central 46. Oh, goodness. Mm-mm-mm. It's Central 46 now. Central 19.9. More like. Nice mustache. Not.
Forgive me. I was careless.
We would have been detained regardless. This way, at least, we managed to stay together. I trust your time within the Forbidden Archives was well spent.
Nice.
The forum will come to order. This inquiry is now in session. As Speaker-elect, I will be presiding over the day's proceedings. Master Fortuner, would you be so kind as to restate the matter which compelled you to summon your colleagues with such urgency?
As you are all aware, we recently denied Eorzea's request for Sharlayan assistance. Since then, certain individuals dissatisfied with our decision have taken it upon themselves to interfere with our work. They entered our nation masquerading as associates of the students of Baldessian. But these malcontents are better known as the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. These militants wield influence with both the Eorzean and Eastern alliances, and are inextricably involved with the crises presently afflicting the world at large. Loose in our city, these warmongers sought to meddle with and expose matters of state secret. What are they, if not a dire threat to be expelled?
Oh boy.
You have tarnished the good name of the students. Galuf would be ashamed.
Hey, come on now.
Galuf Baldessian was never one to forsake his fellow man. Even if this nation closed every door and retreated from the world, he would have found a way to help the Scions, help every soul of this star fight back against the coming doom.
Oh. I just got told.
A terrible enemy stands poised to lay waste to all we hold dear. In the face of such madness, Eorzea reached out to Sharlayan, a respected ally, in the hopes of forming a united front. Was your curt dismissal truly the best you could offer? Or are you so preoccupied with your momentous duty of an age long past that even the end of the world is unworthy of your attention?
Whence came this revelation?
From the mouth of a forum member within fortuitous earshot.
Then it seems your findings support my own.
Oh? Spill it. Spill it. Let him hear.
The reason I visited the restricted shelves was to study records of the Forum's policymaking process, to better understand the historical trends underlying their most major decisions. At first glance, the positions of neutrality in war and the accumulation of knowledge above all else appear constant and consistent, the unchanging pillars of Sharlayan society.
However.
And once upon a time, I might have left it at that. These days, however, I am more attuned to the subtleties of governance, and so I noticed something odd.
Let's hear it. I am curious.
From a particular point in time, the purpose of these policies shifted.
Oh.
No longer was knowledge preserved for the benefit of society. Rather, society was to be gradually reshaped to ensure the preservation of knowledge.
Sorry if you heard that. Ugh. Every single day, every single night, there's always people outside just revving their engines down the fucking street. It's so goddamn annoying.
The most conspicuous and telling change was the one which befell Labyrinthos. Once little more than an oversized storehouse, an enormous allocation of funds saw it transformed into an advanced research and archival facility. I also discovered a fascinating account on the finances of our Dravanian colony. The settlement attracted students from far and wide, and the connections and tuition fees thus acquired were funneled into further improvements for the archives. Now, there is no question that our nation's progress is tied to the acquisition of wisdom. Nevertheless, the vast resources diverted for this purpose borders on the obscene. But returning to the matter of when, our change in course appears to have been made some 270 years ago.
Damn.
The very same period when Sharlayan scholars in the hinterlands began a formal study of the ethereal sea. You found something, did you not? And whatever it was, gave rise to your oh-so-important duty.
Mind your tongue, Archon. If you had seen...
He's angry.
Yes, we are bound by a duty we cannot ignore. Knowing this, what would you have us do? Abandon our vital work and join you on the field of battle? We will never choose the way of the sword. We will fulfill our mission, not through strife and bloodshed, but survival.
No, through cowardice.
Come what may, we shall live on. We must.
He said the line from the trailer.
Do as you must, then. But we Scions will fight until the heavens fall, until our last breath.
She also said it from the trailer. That was such a hype trailer, the Endwalker one. God, it was so hype. The music too was so good.
Misguided zeal.
The music was so good.
Father, Master Fortuno, I fail to understand the stance you have elected to take. But by the same token, I have yet to find a compelling argument to counter the challenge you put to us in Gridania. Still, in the midst of my uncertainty, I must trust in myself to do what is right, as others have chosen to trust in me. So I will continue, as I always have, weighing the consequences of my every action, and allowing my hope for the future to inform my decisions.
That's quite enough. Have you all forgotten the reason for this assembly?
Skolok Monteshane. He's the head of the Studium and an old friend of my grandfather's.
Oh.
Honestly, every discussion devolves into some interminable debate. Terrible habit. Let's return to the topic at hand, By their own admission, these Scions have resolved to fight alongside the Eorzean nations against the doom which swift approaches. But there exists no evidence of an attempt to incite our citizens to do the same.
Yes.
Furthermore, while our decision may well have been the correct one, we cannot simply bull our way through these disagreements without inviting doubts or objections. Put yourselves in their place. Who among you would leave a tome unopened if an elder forbid you read it with no reason given? Now, if we're to quell further discontent, Then we must conclude this matter with a fair and even hand.
God bless. Good man. Good man yourself.
Order! We will have order!
Order!
Master Montaigne raises some valid points. Keeping such concerns in mind, I propose we enforce the following measures. Until further notice, the students of Baldessian are to cease any and all activities within the domain of Sharlayan.
Oh, boo.
You will also refrain from any further investigation into the Forum's decisions and duties. Failure to comply with these restrictions will result in the immediate expulsion of your Scion associates. Let us put this judgment to a vote. All in favor, raise your hand.
Oh, jeez. Oh! There's a number of people who aren't in favor. Look at that.
I count 51 for and 48 against.
Damn.
The proposal is passed.
Literally 3 off.
Students, Scions, you have heard the Forum's judgment. Pray abide by it, or face the consequences.
Tough.
Honored members, I thank you for your time. This inquiry is concluded.
Like how they just one by one get up from their chairs. Well, at least we've been allowed to remain in the city, and our endless investigations have not been in vain. We now know that this mysterious duty of theirs began with whatever the Forum discovered in the Ethereal Sea. With our freedom so sorely curtailed, however, we will struggle to learn aught more of substance here in Sharlayan. We might as well dip. Leave this joint. The overall picture has grown clearer, yes, but that's in spite of the Forum being so maddeningly vague about this duty of theirs. Why are they so reluctant to explain their actions in plain words? Survival come what may. Is father's work so vital that it takes precedence over his own family? Alfio? Alicia? It is you! When I heard you'd been dragged before the Forum, I came as swiftly as I could. I am so very glad they allowed you to stay. Mother? Oh, at least Mom's nice. Emilience Levier, at your service. Emilience. I'll just call you Amelia. Amelia. And you fine people must be the Scions of the 7th Dawn. How lovely it is to finally meet you. Mother, please, we don't wish to make things difficult for you. If word reaches father that you were here... Oh, bother that. Am I to be chastised for speaking with my own children? I am well aware that you and Master Fourcheneau are not on the best of terms at the moment, but I've been absolutely desperate to see my darlings again. You will come by the house, won't you? I have gifts waiting. The timing couldn't be better. As matters stand, we shan't be going anywhere until we discuss matters with Thancred's group and reconsider our options. Go, visit your home. We will be back at the annex when you are ready to rejoin us. I'm not sure we... Rose, what do you think? Rose? The Rose Higata? My daughter is famous. I'm proud of her. What a splendid day this has turned out to be. Champion of Eorzea, I insist that you join us. She just goes with it anyway. Ah, but we must be quick about it. Not for my own benefit, but should my husband return and find you enjoying our hospitality, the servants will be made to suffer the consequences. Rose, if you would be so kind as to escort my children to the estate. Because, okay, apparently Rose knows where they live. And then she was gone. And with her, any opportunity to protest. Indeed, the matter is settled. Enjoy yourselves, you three. I apologize. My mother is not one to take no for an answer. Still, I am glad relieved, even to see her in such high spirits. What say you, Rose? Though it seems we shall have little enough time to enjoy it, will you accompany us on our visit home? Fine. If we're going, then let's get it over with. But be sure to stay in the entrance hall. No peeking into our private chambers, thank you very much. Why ever not? Your room was always perfectly neat and tidy. Everyone has things they'd rather keep to themselves, don't they? Cherished mementos you couldn't bring yourself to throw away. Childhood toys. I mean, yeah, never mind. Olivier's estate is that way. Straight down the stairs. Come on. See, that's what I mean with people revving their engines. Ugh. Every day and night, it's the same. I wish there were, like, law enforcement just stationed around this area. When Alice and I were little, this bridge was as far as we were permitted to wander alone. I say alone, but my mother or servant was always somewhere nearby, keeping a watchful eye. And now look at us, traveling to different continents, different worlds even. Can I... As children, Alfino and I would often wait here for our father to come home from work. It must have been a day when his meetings ran long, because I remember growing restless and leaning out over the railing to watch the water rush by. Father, of course, arrived at that exact moment, came pounding down the path in a panic, crying out my name. Oh. Oh, yes. This is where I first practiced magic on an actual person. Alisa had fallen, you see, and scraped her knee quite badly, so I tried casting the simple restorative spell that I had only just learned. How she smiled when the wound closed. The joy and relief. That was, I believe, the very moment I chose the healing arts as the main subject of my studies. Aww. We used to come here all the time with grandfather. In summer, I would dip my hands and feet in the fountain and splash about. Not Alfino, though. Even back then, he wasn't very fond of playing in the water. He'd make any excuse to avoid it. Which would explain how I came to swim like an oak, and he sank like a stone. Let me just pick this up. Look out. Ah. There we go. Nosferatu too. Oh, there's a lot of other people here for it too. Amelia. And here you are, Alice. Please do come in. How grand. Big doors. Really big doors. Oh my goodness.
Welcome home, my lady.
Fancy? Very fancy indeed. But no Lalafell?
What? What are you gawping at?
Just admiring the craftsmanship.
Oh, I suppose I never gave the decor much thought. I'm glad that you approve, I think.
Lord Fortuneau is not to hear of this visit. And I should also like the children to have their gifts, ere my husband makes his return.
As you wish, my lady.
As you wish, my lady. Is it really necessary to have that many
Master Alphino, Mistress
servants?
Alice, if you'd accompany me upstairs.
Is it really necessary to have that many
We shan't be
attendants?
long.
The twins have been sending letters home from time to time, recounting their latest adventures. I am sure they withhold certain details, of course, if only to keep me from worrying. Yet a mother worries all the same. In the early days especially, I tried to support them as best I could, sending the Scion's coin and other such donations. Fortunately, they have found the strength to overcome adversity time and time again. Their words grow more confident with every letter, their depictions more vivid. The triumphs and defeats, the joys and sorrows. It is clear that they have come to find value in every experience. But of those they treasure most, it would seem that meeting you might be the most impactful. Why, since that fateful day, I do believe there has not been a single missive in which you were not mentioned by name.
Oh, that's wholesome.
Tis plain they care for you, and I am glad they have such a steadfast companion watching over them.
Ah, that's so wholesome.
Under normal circumstances, I would offer you tea, but alas, these are anything but. In any event, why don't you keep me company whilst we await my children's return? Perhaps you might regale me with a tale or two of your exploits.
That's wholesome. Big house. Very big. Jeez. Ooh!
When you mentioned gifts, I wasn't sure what to expect.
Their new outfits. Awesome.
Mother,
Oh, look how well it fits you. And the style is to your liking?
It's perfect. Exactly what I would have chosen. But please, tell me you had something different made for Alphino.
I do like her previous outfit more, though. But this is so nice.
Naturally. You are hardly little children anymore. And while I shall miss dressing you in those precious matching outfits, I must respect the individuals you have grown to become. See for yourself.
Amelia, Alfino, Alice.
Thank you for the
Woo!
splendid clothes, Mother. Stylish, comfortable, and eminently practical.
Woof! He looks clean. He looks good.
I am so glad you like them. They are, however, missing one final touch.
If you'd allow me, Master Alphino.
There it is. Alfino has changed classes.
Wait. Are these...
He's gone from what was it? Scholar to
A sage's tools of the trade.
to sage, yeah.
They belonged to your father.
Wow.
Though he may as well be chained to his desk these days, as a student he was often called upon to venture into the field. He wielded those armaments, both to heal and to harm in no few battles. None so fierce as those you two have braved, perhaps, but battles nonetheless. Thus did I pull them out of storage, to show you that he was not always the man who stands in vehement opposition to you now. And also because it would be a terrible waste of ridiculously expensive House Leveilleur commissioned artistry.
No.
I am told these devices are quite difficult to master, but someone of your extensive experience should soon have them darting about with grace and aplomb. May the wisdom in that crystal serve you well. And please, try to find common ground with your father, that you might come and go without need for this awful subterfuge.
We will, Mother. I promise.
My final gifts to you, before you run off, are an observation and a suggestion. Firstly, Fortuno has ever been a serious man, but it was only after you were born that he truly lost himself in his work. I may not know the Forum's inner workings, but I know your father's. The timing of that change in him holds some significance. Secondly, do not seek to best your father with words. Far better that you simply show him. Let him discover the merit of your actions, after they cannot be undone.
Oh, Mother.
We shall take your wisdom to heart. Thank you again for these gifts, and farewell for now.
Safe travels, my children. Eat well, stay warm, and keep your friends close.
What a wholesome reunion. Look at them. So stylish. Rose still looks cooler though. Thank you for indulging Mother's request. I can see you meant a lot to her, and I shall refrain from inquiring as to the content of your private conversation. Our visit was all too brief. For now, however, it will have to suffice, as will these tokens of home that we carry with us, these gifts to help us remember who we are and whence we came. But enough sentimentality, let us return to the annex, rejoin our companions. Woo! Yeah, that was a lot. It's a lot to go through. But we got these two main quests done. This one didn't take as long as the Thavnair one. But then again, in the Thavnair stream, and the other stream, I was doing a bunch of other quests. Enjoyed your time with the Leviares, I hope. I would ask how the twins fared, but their new outfits tell the tale. I only hope we can help them to reconcile with their father, that they might return home one day with their heads held high. In the meantime, we edge ever closer to the secret that the Forum strives to hide, and the flower bequeathed to you by Heidelland is sure to guide us going forward. I'm confident that once we've heard your report from Thavnair, we'll be well equipped to plot out our next move. Whew! That was a lot of work. Okay. 3 hours. This is a good stopping point. Oh man, not a whole lot of action in this one. It was mainly just dialogue and stuff, and I'm sure it might have been boring to go through this stuff. Believe me, I would know. I mean, I've played Genshin before, so. But for me, this story is actually like interesting compared to that game. And I enjoyed these little moments in the game. These wholesome moments, funny moments, intense moments, etc. So it was fun. But I'll end it off here. After the stream, I will do this quest here. Because I said it before, but these types of quests with the plus symbol on them are very important to do. So I will get that done. But that'll be it for me for tonight. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Really do appreciate it. Hope you have a great rest of your day or night wherever you are in the world. Take care, stay safe, drink plenty of water. Tomorrow I'm gonna finish up with Warm Snow. I'm gonna get that secret ending. And then which shouldn't take super long depending on how the fights in Warm Snow will go. Hopefully it wouldn't take too long. But if there is some extra time, if I feel like it, I'll play some more of Warm Snow. You know, just for fun. But I imagine the stream would be short, fairly short, maybe like, I don't know, 2 hours long. Again, depending on how well the fights go in that. But I hope I can see you tomorrow. Again, I hope you enjoyed the stream. Thank you for watching. Wave goodbye, Rose. Alright. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.